The concept of artificial intelligence has existed for a while, but recent developments have brought it back to the spotlight. Business owners and managers are asking themselves, should I be part of this revolution? Should I integrate AI into my business? Alongside these questions, there's also the need to bring ethics and sustainability into the conversation. We must consider all the stakeholders of the business in order to ensure a smooth transition into AI. We are going to cover what is AI, its growth and impact in business, ethical considerations, unintended consequences, and then finally, recommendations. AI can be defined as the ability of a digital computer or computer-controlled robot to perform tasks commonly associated with intelligent beings. This covers an extensive range of AI, which we can see today. When you get recommendations for what to watch on YouTube or TikTok, this is a computer learning about you and selectively presenting content you are likely to enjoy. There's also AI coming to vehicles, such as self-driving cars, which are getting better every day as they accumulate more data. This process also applies to a certain type of AI, which is termed as generative AI. This is the one mostly trending in the news and causing businesses to go upside down trying to figure it out. This form of AI is capable of generating content based on data that has been fed. Examples are ChatGPT, serving as a tool for research, getting ideas, and answering almost anything you ask it. DALL-E can create brand new art from a simple prompt. An interesting one is Speechify, able to generate voice and video just using written sentences. Numerous companies are trying to penetrate the AR market, currently worth 40 billion US dollars, but is expected to reach $1.3 trillion by 2032. This represents a compound annual growth rate of 42%. This is a technological boom that, unlike the dot-com bubble in the late 1990s, feels supported by worthwhile advances in productivity. In various studies, generative AI has been shown to boost efficiency in several areas of business, ranging from customer service, programming, and jobs that require creativity, such as writing and drawing. The impact of AI will, of course, vary in each business, but there seems to be an average of a 66% increase in worker productivity from the utilization of AI. It improves the learning curve and significantly decreases time spent on brainstorming. Best results are usually seen on cognitively intensive tasks, such as coding and drafting documents. With this in mind, there are ethical considerations we should discuss. Is AI an addition or replacement of work? Should employees be fearful of AI, or should they be eager for their employer to adopt it? If it were, who gets credited for the work done? If the AI is able to function on its own, but based on the input of the worker, will there be any compensation? These are questions we must ask ourselves. It becomes evident there are unintended consequences that may come from the use of AI. Businesses have to make sure they're not overvaluing the outcome of AI in its integration, disregarding the stability of their work environment. Recent cases that may symbolize a warning of the future of employment are the Hollywood strikes. In May of this year, the Writers Guild of America, alongside thousands of writers in California, went on strike to defend their rights and demand for proper compensation if the work were to be utilized by AI. They were later joined by the actors, as even their jobs are at risk, considering their faces and likeness could be replicated by AI. For the writers, after 146 days of striking, the negotiations came to an end. The writers were able to receive a substantial part of the demands, such as increases to the minimum wage, increased pension, and better royalties from their work. Among this, it is stated that AI software may be used when performing writing services, but the studio cannot require the writer to use it. The Writers Guild of America asserts that writers cannot be exploited to train AI. Overall, this strike costed Warner Bros. Discovery about 500 million US dollars. So, with the intention of ensuring sustainability and ethics in the business environment and avoiding controversy such as the Hollywood strikes, I want to present this framework. It considers acceptance, leadership, and management, and as well as transparency as the stepping stones to proper AI integration in the business. First, we have acceptance. Despite the surrounding uncertainty, businesses must embrace AI. The technology is developing incredibly fast, and now is the time to jump in. Looking at this graph, the industries most using generative AI are marketing, technology, and consulting. Whichever industry it is, it will be impacted by AI. The transition might not be smooth, but that is where leadership and management come in. This quote says it perfectly. The implementation and use of AI must be human-centered. It is not the same as teaching Excel to an employee. Depending on the software used, the sources of AI could be unreliable for the purposes of a company. It could still fall to bias. It could face a moral dilemma in which the employee must step in. Is the AI instructed to have values, or does it always search for the most efficient and profitable decision? It may or it may not, but the employee should have the freedom to challenge it. Top executives and managers are all responsible to instill the values necessary to achieve the vision of the company. One of the most important elements to reach this objective is transparency. The people need to be convinced that AI is there for their benefit. Surveys suggest that 70% of Americans either trust companies very little or not at all to use AI responsibly. For this reason, there must be transparency. This is one of UNESCO's recommendations on the ethics of AI. People should know where the data is coming from, when it is collected, and how it is being used. This benefits all stakeholders, from employees to customers, as it leads to better control of the technology, increases trust, which could bring higher employee satisfaction and retention alongside a cleaner brand image. This whole model feeds into itself. Acceptance must be followed by leadership, which must foment a culture of transparency to gain acceptance from all stakeholders. It is a cycle because it is not supposed to end. Managers should routinely revise their AI implementation together with their workforce to ensure their standards are adapted to current developments. Any business, whether it is film, consulting, advertising, etc., should consider creating a work culture that challenges AI, but is not afraid of it. This will ultimately nurture an ethical and sustainable business environment. These are the sources used at the end. Thank you very much.